when you partner with the earth, when you take a stand for nonviolence, when you take a stand for connectedness, for interconnectedness, when you take a stand for equal life for all beings, not just human beings, but all the beings, you jump on the timeline for the future, for the possible future of us all. We've all come here with a divine purpose, traveling on a stream of cosmic dust from the stars into our mother's wombs, born into this precious life. It is no accident that you are here, my love, on earth, in this moment, in this body. You are here longing to find your place, to align with your purpose, to embody your passions and to live into the dreams of your heart. Yet so often we get caught, suspended in the tangle of life, not able to move forward, not able to find solace and comfort in a world that has forgotten the truth of our existence. As we begin to remember, as we peel back the layers, as we come together to uncover our unique gifts and reconnect with our authentic selves, we are able to see another way of being, a new possibility, a different life waiting to be lived. I have experienced on this complicated and wild journey of life that when we connect with the story of our soul, it will show us the magic of this life that we have been missing. It will open a window into the very heart of who we truly are, of who we came here to be, and gives us answers to our ever-asking why. Hello, courageous souls. So good to be here with you for another episode. And this episode is building on last week's episode where we talked about prioritizing your mental health. Today, we are talking about prioritizing your physical health, your physical well-being, because your body, your precious human body, is your pathway to understanding your intuition, your divinity, your place in this world, your purpose here on earth, your dharma, working through your karma. Everything lives inside this incredible vessel. Homo erectus is dated back to 2 million years. And the human form, even more than that, right? So humans, in some form, have been walking on this planet for a very, very long time. And this vessel that we call home, that we call our body, has been evolving for a very long time. It has grown with this earth. It has seen so many iterations of life, of species coming and going, of mountains forming, of rivers drying up and coming to life again in other areas, the erosion of the land, the moving of the tectonic plates. It is just unfathomable what this body has seen, what it has learned to live alongside, what it has adapted to survive through. And now in its current form, 300,000 years of evolution go into what we know as Homo sapien. This is not a small thing. And yet we live in a time where we do not honor the body. Yes, maybe we glorify it and we sexualize it. We understand that we can push it to these incredible limits of physical exertion through endurance racing, through working 80-hour, 100-hour weeks, for doing all kinds of incredible things that I can't even bring to mind right now, right? But you get the point that it's a very externalized relationship with the body. It's a very, it's a numbed experience with the body is what it is. And I don't say that lightly, right? I have been through a lot of things in my own life, including endurance racing and overworking and addiction and so many things that I have a very large experience of being disassociated from my body in a myriad of different ways. So I say this from my own lived experience. This may not be true for every human on the planet that engages in these things, and yet it is true for me. And I also see it in many of the clients I have worked with, many of the students I have mentored. And so this is the place that I am coming to you from. And if we get into our bodies in a very deep way, and when we spend the time cleaning up our trauma, cleaning up our programs, our conditionings, actually investigating ourselves through mental, emotional, physical, and energetic tools, what happens is the body opens to us. Our soul seeps into us, physically into our body. Most people's souls are tethered up above their body because the actual energetic body is so damaged from the times that we live in and the things that we have experienced that the soul cannot even risk coming into the vessel because the damage that will be created from that will last and ripple through lifetimes. The first time I heard that, it blew my mind. And then I realized the truth in that statement. And I realized how my own soul was not in my body. It was something I could connect to, but I was not embodied with my soul actually inside of me leading me. So that became my mission, right? That became my purpose. How do I get my soul into my body? And I can tell you that as you clean up the energetic field and you create the environment for the soul to descend, it will come through. And then it will give you all kinds of things that it wants you to do. All the things from the past lives to clean up, the future lives. So much goodness, right? When you start working together. And as you live in your body, as you actually are willing to be in relationship with your body as if it is another being other than you, right? The I, the you that carries your name and seats inside you, but the actual body that you inhabit, it will take you on a journey. It will bring you into spiritual depths that will surprise you and support you and encourage you and hold you and nurture you and nourish you, because this is what the human body was designed to do. It is the earth ship that you are here to have an adventure in, to have a journey in, right? Why else would you come to this planet? This planet is going through some incredibly strange times, right? Some times of being dismantled in devotion to the new. The earth is done with the old energies. The new energies are forming up. And we're being asked, which timeline do we want to follow? And when you partner with the earth, when you take a stand for nonviolence, when you take a stand for connectedness, for interconnectedness, when you take a stand for equal life for all beings, not just human beings, but all the beings. You jump on the timeline for the future, for the possible future of us all. And we have to do this in our body so that this body can still exist, that it can continue to evolve for millions of more years. It blows my mind to think about where humans could be in another 2 million years from now. Right? Have you ever thought about that? Like, we are an intricate key in that model of the future. In the Andean traditions, they say, we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our grandchildren's grandchildren. And if every human being could think about the earth from this viewpoint of what are we leaving to the future generations, we would live in a very different world. If every human being on the planet right now cared for the earth and loved the earth the way she loves us, imagine the utopia that we would live in, right? With every being caring for each other, sustaining each other, nurturing each other, giving to each other, receiving from each other. This is where we can only hope to go in this experiment that is called the human life and planet Earth. and our solar system and our universe, right? But it begins by you honoring and being willing to be embodied. It's one of the reasons it's part of my business name, right? The business that its soul is living through me is awakened, embodied, empowered. It chose those words because this is the pathway for the future, right? First, we have to wake up from the dream. Then we need to get into our bodies so we can actually have an experience of what it is on this planet. And then we have to become empowered because these times we live in have disempowered so many of us. And the gift for the future, the call, the ask is that we become empowered. And this is what we do, right? This is the work that I am here to facilitate. Not for me, but for you, for all the beings. I'm sitting here outside looking at the trees, just swaying. It's a little windy today. And it's like, yes, I'm here for you and you and you and you. We're here for all of us. So are you willing, right? Are you willing to take that journey? Because it's your journey. And if you don't choose to take it in this lifetime, well, guess what? You'll get to come back again and try again because that's the way it works. Your soul wants to learn, it wants to grow, and it has chosen the parameters, the circumstances, the conditions of your life. Your soul even chose the color of your skin. It chose the country you were born in. It chose the gender you inhabit. That is not an accident, my love. That is by design, by divine design, right? So you are a miracle, a living, breathing, walking, moving miracle of consciousness and life itself. What are you going to do with that in this life? Are you going to waste it as so many people are? Probably not, or you wouldn't be here listening to this, right? You're here for something bigger, something different, something more alive, something more potent, something more real. And that's what we do here at Awakened, Embodied, Empowered, is we get really real. We step outside the dream state and we learn the tools that are needed for these evolutionary times to be able to make a difference, to be able to change, to be able to feel the connection of the earth and of source running through your veins. The earth comes up and she fills your bones and your blood, right? She moves through your circulatory system. And then source comes down through your crown and enters and inhabits your nervous system, runs spiritual, divine information through your central nervous system, and then inputs it out into your autonomic nervous system. And so you have both of these spiritual beings moving through you at all times, which is why you have to be in your body to experience that. It actually uses the physical architecture of your body that developed over time, that evolved, right? The physical vessel is the conduit. We're taught in so many places these days that it's outside of us, even that, right? Like even if we're running the earth, there's a tendency to be out of your body, running the earth in your mind. But it actually runs through your blood, your bones, your nervous system, the nerves, the synapses between them. This is where it happens. So when you get in your body, you can have a greater experience of that. And then your body partners with you to take you deeper. It says, oh, welcome home, my love. I'm so glad you arrived. I'm so glad you chose to be with me. Let's go on our adventure together. And it is magical. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. I feel it. I live it. I know it. And this is the journey we take, right? This is the journey, the program I run called The Journey, the mentorship, the portal, whatever you want to call it. It's not important. What's important is the work that we do there and the changes that we make in our lives and the way that we come together in community as women to support something greater, to support our own healing, to support each other's healing, to support the healing of the planet. This is the bridge that I have crafted to connect you to these spiritual realms through your body. It gives me goosebumps just talking about it because the women in this space are just so incredible. So incredible. Every day they blow my mind. Come join us. Let's do this work together. I love you so much. Mwah. There's a link in the show notes. Reach out to me if you have any questions. I love you.